A backlit mechanical keyboard is one of those things you don't know you need until you have one and go without it. Today I have the new VicTsing backlit LED keyboard to take a look at, and it's got mechanical blue switches. Thanks to them for sending it out to me to take a look at. In case you don't know what a mechanical keyboard is, they've become very popular the past few years with gamers, coders, and office workers who type a lot. And mechanical keyboards are louder. You can kind of hear this over my microphone. I'm not pressing extra hard, that's just how loud these kind of keyboards are. There's a variety of switch types and they're described by their color. Cherry was the original company producing these switches, but now there are more affordable options coming from offshore, and they function nearly the same. I've been using another mechanical keyboard at home till I got this one that has brown switches, which are a little bit quieter, but still clicky and give that mechanical feedback. That's what's so great about this, in my opinion. You really hear it and feel it. I think it makes you a faster typer, personally. This keyboard uses blue switches, as I was saying, and they're clicky, so you might not want to use it in an office unless you can shut the door or your office mates don't mind. These blue keys take about 60 grams of force to activate, which for me isn't extra hard or anything like that. It feels like a kind of a normal key press weight-wise. The backlighting on this keyboard is the star of the show for its low cost. You get 9 pre-configured modes to light up certain keys, different styles of games to use, and there are lots of adjustable features. However, the colors are what you get. So let's take a look at some of the colors. I've got my video lights adjusted. You can dial down and up brightness here just with the arrow keys. So that's as bright as it'll go. Then you've got presets here. So this is WSADF, and then your arrow keys. You've got one that are some others. 3 is different, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Just kind of a different levels of brightness and whatnot. Then you've got preset modes as well that you can go through here. This is all the keys are on, and they're flashing around here. And you can see them kind of moving around. You've got other modes. In a brightly lit room, these light ups aren't anything super bright. Then you've got modes that just goes around, fade in and out like it's breathing. And you've got kind of this disco party mode. Now this is kind of neat because every time you press a key from wherever it is, you get the lights that spread out beside it. So N, A, 5. It's kind of a neat, especially when you're typing fast. Really creates a light show. And then you're back to normal, always on. The build quality of this keyboard is decent. It's all plastic design, but it's pretty rigid plastic. You have a couple screws up here to take it apart. And it's kind of a flow-through design. If you spilled water up here, it'd flow through, but it doesn't have a tray itself. They actually have 4 drain holes in it. On the back, it's all plastic as well. The feet are reasonably tall, no problems there. I had no issue with my Windows 10 computer recognizing this keyboard. As mentioned, this keyboard has 4 drain holes, which is kind of nice, and I think that's something every keyboard should have. The USB connector on this keyboard is a little bit longer than you see normally. That's kind of a down, but not a big deal. The cable is just vinyl wrapped, no nylon wrapping or anything fancy there. I think the font here, it's not my favorite font, especially with the numbers. I prefer my numbers to be larger, but it's got these key combinations down here. I also like a Windows key on the right. That's not a dig on this keyboard. It seems to be the style all new Windows keyboards are going. Instead, this one has a function key here. In my conclusion is, this is a decent, cheap mechanical keyboard. This would be great for anyone who's wanting to try out mechanical keyboards, wanting LEDs, and not wanting to spend a ton. Expect the keys to be loud, and they may annoy others if you're in the same room and they're not expecting or used to it. Think spouse, coworker, something like that. For gaming, this is a pretty good option, I feel like. It's cheap, it has a ton of LED lighting options. Personally, I prefer dedicated volume keys rather than these function keys, but that works. Overall, this is a good keyboard. I'll have a link below in the description where you can find it on Amazon, and if you're interested, check it out.